The third application is solubility of sparingly soluble salts. So we know that the uh, concentration of the given electrolyte is related with what? The molar conductance by the formula of this, that is thousands of K upon C, if given in the terms of centimeter or dm cube. But if solution is given in the meter cube, then we can say this as a 10 raised to minus 3 into kappa divided by C, that is the concentration. So electrolyte like silver chloride or barium chloride, which are being what, sparingly soluble, or the uh, weak electrolyte in the waters, they will dissociate weakly. Okay, so analysis of this or the concentration to this electrolyte in the solution is difficult. So we can say that the solubility of silver chloride in the water is what, around 1.88 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams per liter, which is very less than around what, 2 milligram, around 2 milligram we can say this. So information on the concentration of ions in the solution at equilibrium with the solid, which can be obtained by measuring the conductance of a saturated solutions of the sparingly soluble salt, and we can now determine the solubility product. Okay, solubility and solubility product for the given sparingly soluble salt. So how we can determine? By using this formula. So this formula is only applicable when we are having what, saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt. So how you can obtain the saturated solution? So we can say that the saturated solution is the one in which we are having the maximum solubility of the given ions. Okay, so once we have reached at the point where there is no solubility for the given electrolyte or the salt, we can say that we have reached to the saturated limit for that particular solution. So there is a certain correction. If you use the water solvent, then we have to correct the conductance due to the water, so that there is no error in the given calculation. So how we can do that? Just by simply subtracting the conductivity of solution minus conductivity of water. So once we have done that, so we can get the exact conductivity for the salt and the molar conductivities for the given solution, which can be obtained by the Collar's law. That is what, lambda m naught is equals to lambda naught of plus cation plus lambda naught of anion. So by using these equations and various simplification, you can be able to obtain the value of concentration by using this formula, because we know that this concentration is obtained by 10 raised to minus 3 into kappa of salt, that is conductivity of the salt, divided by molar conductivity at a given for the given solution at infinite dilution. Okay, so here we are having the one important numerical. So they have given with the saturated solution of strontium sulfate, which is a weak electrolyte again, that is SrSO4, which is what, the specific conductance is 1.482 into 10 to minus 2. In the water, each has the specific conductance of what, 1.6 into 10 to minus 4. So molar conductance at infinite dilution for the specific ions, that is strontium 2 plus and SO4 2 minus, are given by 0.01189 Siemens meter square per mole, and for this it is sulfate ion, it is 0.016 Siemens meter square per mole. Okay, so calculate the solubility of strontium sulfate in mole per liter and gram per liter. Okay, so molecular weight is also given. So first step is to find out the specific conductance of strontium sulfate. So by adding that two ions and by subtracting with the conductivity of water, we will get the specific conductivity of the or the specific conductance for this strontium sulfate. Now the molar conductance, which can be obtained by the addition of conductivities of the sulfate ion and strontium ion, and once you get that, upon simplification you will get the concentration as the 5.256 into 10 raised to minus 4. This is the solubility product, okay, or the concentration. Now how you can find out the solubility in grams per liter? So solubility moles per liter into molecular weight if you done. So molecular weight is often expressed as what? Gram per mole, okay, gram per mole. And here we are having the concentration in terms of moles per liter. So this mole and mole get cancelled, so we have been left with what? Gram per liter. So that is what we required. So the solubility per gram, which can be obtained by multiplying simply solubility in moles per liter into molecular weight. Okay. So this is about the Collard's law and its application. Now we will move towards the transference numbers and the moving boundary method. So we'll try to discuss that in the next lecture.